Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you meal prep for Mexican stuffed peppers. These came out to 3 points for 2 halves on my WW green. I'm going to start these off by cooking my brown rice. This is the frozen brown rice by Trader Joe's. So you just cut a 1/4 inch slit and microwave it for 3 minutes. While my rice is in the microwave, I am going to be slicing my bell peppers in half. It's optional if you guys want to leave like the stems on. I've heard, and I've actually done it in the past, but it helps like the filling not spill out. I don't really have that problem, so I take the stems out, or you can just cut the tops off and gut them that way and cook them kind of like upright so you get one full bell pepper, but however you want to do it, you know? So these are going to sit on the side until my filling mixture is done, so we'll get started on that part. In a large pan, I am going to be cooking my ground beef. This is the 96.4 by Trader Joe's. I'm going to be cooking this until the beef is all the way cooked through. If you're on blue or purple, you can totally do chicken. That way you don't have to count for it, and that would make this super low in points. But that way you can add like regular sour cream or whatever you want. So I'm going to cook this, and then I'm going to be adding all of my other ingredients to the bell pepper mixture into this pan once the beef is done cooking. Once my beef is almost all the way done cooked through, I am going to be adding about 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic. Now that my beef is cooked, I am going to be adding Trader Joe's roasted corn. I am adding 75 grams of this. You can find this in their frozen section, or you can just do canned corn. It's really whatever you have on hand. I just had this in the freezer, so I needed to use this up. Then I am going to be adding 10 ounces of riced cauliflower. This is the frozen one that I had gotten at Costco. Once I have the frozen cauliflower kind of broken up, I'm going to be adding 10 ounces of that brown rice from Trader Joe's that I had microwaved, and that is just going in there. I am going to be adding 2 cans of Rotel. These are both drained and not rinsed, so those are just going to go right in there. My black beans are going in next. This is 1 can that has been drained. Those are going right on top. This is a super easy recipe, you guys. And then I am just adding this salsa verde. It's something that I needed to use up from the fridge. This is totally optional, but I love this stuff and it adds such a good flavor to these. I'm going to be adding about 1/4 cup of this Frontera Fajita seasoning sauce. This is their Chipotle lime, and it added really great flavor, especially with that Chipotle. So this one is totally optional. It did add like 2 points to the entire recipe, which really wasn't anything, but it adds a lot of flavor, which is what we're going for, especially with cooking with cauliflower rice. I'm going to be adding in all of my seasonings now. I am doing onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, chili powder, and cumin. I don't measure these, so just add a little bit and then kind of add to taste once this is done cooking down. And I almost forgot, I did add salt-free fajita seasoning to this too. I like a lot of seasonings. So once I have everything in, I am going to cook this down for about 10 to 15 minutes, just until all that liquid kind of has evaporated and everything is nice and incorporated. Now that my mixture is pretty much done cooking, Mine went for about 12 minutes. I am going to be adding the juice of 1.5 limes, so I just squeeze that right over the top. Let's try this. So good. Oh, yum. You can taste that lime in all the seasonings. So I don't measure seasonings just because I'll usually just kind of add as much as I like or I don't like. If I don't like it, then I don't put it in there. So this is almost done. So good. To the bottom of my pan with the bell peppers, I am adding a 1/4 cup of water. I would recommend doing this and waiting until your bell peppers are stuffed because I was dropping stuff in the water. Then I am going to be taking 1/3 cup of that mixture and adding it to each bell pepper. I'm just going to be placing 2 pieces of foil on the top of this. That is just to ensure that those bell peppers get steamed with the water. And then these are going to go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes until those bell peppers are cooked. So after 30 minutes, I pulled these from the oven. I took the foil off, and then I'm going to be sprinkling just a little bit of that fat-free cheese on top. I know if I have 2, it's not going to be more than 28 grams, and that is 0 points. So I'm kind of just eyeballing this part. These are going to get sprayed with some nonstick cooking spray just to melt that cheese down, and going back in the oven for 5 more minutes. I'm going to be placing 2 halves of these bell peppers to equal 1 bell pepper, and watch how I drop this thing. Yeah, welcome to my life. So I am adding 2 halves for 1 whole bell pepper to each meal prep container, and both of those are only going to be 3 points on WW green. I am just going to be topping these off with some cilantro, and that is it for this meal prep. So I might end up adding like a little more mixture depending on how hungry I am the day of. I'm probably going to add some plain non-fat Greek yogurt as my sour cream for 0 points, and probably some shredded cabbage, but we will see. So that is it for this meal prep. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I hope you make these. They are so delicious. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.